you've been talking about having to stand behind Israel, the United States having to take that standing for Israel. We as Christians have got to stand for Israel and the Jewish people.
Mm-hmm.
Having said all of that, and then finally getting the chance to go over and experience it, try to put into words what that meant to you personally.
It meant an awful lot to me personally, but it was very educational to speak and see how friendly the Jewish people are and the Israelis and even the Palestinians, because they were in that area too. You've got three religions right there: the Muslims, the Christians, and then the Jewish, and all of them within 5 acres. They're all around in 5 acres. But they're so friendly. It's interesting. There's a T-shirt over there, and I've always talked about sticking with Israel because the Bible says Israel's going to win in the end, and God obviously has their eyes closed now, although there's quite a few Christian Jews over there, but only 2% of the population. But, you know, the T-shirt that was there showed the jet planes flying. It said, "Don't worry, America, we're behind you." In other words, we're going to protect you, America. Isn't that something?
That, you know,
it's absolutely, totally ridiculous. And President Obama, I hope you get to see this television show. Please be on the side of Israel. And you know, I tell all of our senators from Mississippi and all of our congressmen, if they don't do anything else, do that, Chris.
Okay, so you travel over, you land in Tel Aviv, you go and you spend your first night in a hotel on the Mediterranean.
The Ramada Inn, by the way. And you know, Ramada is some word for them. I don't know what Ramada meant. Maybe you can look it up. But it's something over there, some holiday. And the food was wonderful, by the way. Fish, fruit, chicken, tilapia.
You don't see a lot of obese people.
No, you don't. And I'm going to tell you another reason you don't. Is because they're all walking. We walk 4 miles a day up and down mountains and hills. You need to be in shape if you're going. I promise you that. My calf muscles tied up. And by the way, the 11-hour flight from New York to Israel, get up and walk in that airplane, because I tell you, your ankles are swollen.
Yeah.
My ankles had never swollen, but they did.
All right, so you leave from the Mediterranean.
And by the way, that's where Herod built that big port city that everybody came to.
That's what I'm talking about. You go to Caesarea.
Caesarea.
And tell me what that's like.
Well, it's right on the Mediterranean, and it's unbelievable what he said. You're going to find out why. I know you don't like Herod because he had all the little babies killed trying to get rid of Jesus because he's jeopardized by his throne.
Yeah.
But Herod the Great built things that I don't think people could build today. He built that beautiful thing on that port, and he fixed it so the waves wouldn't come in. I mean, he had all the money because he had the backing of the Roman Empire. They liked him.
Oh yeah,
they liked Herod, even though he was not a Roman. You know, they went for him. But it was something.
He was a governor. They appointed him as a governor, and then they appointed him. The people treated him as a king.
It was so funny because our guide was great. He was a walking encyclopedia. He was a Jewish young man who was funny. He could be on Saturday Night Live, but he knew the history of everything from the time of civilization all through Jesus, and it was really interesting to listen to him. I'm going to tell you. But anyway, he said, "Paulette, what do you think of Herod now that you've heard?" I said, "He was a sorry devil." So he started saying, I'm so glad I can use that on all my tours now. Herod was a sorry devil.